Hi everyone, welcome to another, or should I say, the first stop of Barbara and James' world trip. This time we went to Oahu in Hawaii to visit James' brother and his wife, Autumn, and their kids. So in this tunnel here, it goes from the west side of the island to the east side, and after you reach that tunnel, you can see an incredible view. So we stayed at the west side of the island in the Schofield Barracks with the army because James' brother works in the army. But every time we went through this tunnel to the east side of the island of Oahu, oh, we saw this beautiful view of the ocean and the trees and the mountains. It's just gorgeous. So I just want to share with you guys. The tunnel goes through the mountains, as you can see. They're huge mountains, and curiously, the west side of the island was, most of the time that we were there, pretty rainy and kind of cool. But on the east side of the island, it was most of the days very sunny. So you would go through the tunnel, and in one side it was super rainy, on the other side completely blue skies, beautiful. So it was like walking into or driving into a form of like paradise. So we were really impressed by that. And then after we went through the east side, most of the attractions are on the east side. The first thing we went to was the secret beach, which is located inside of the marine base on the east side of the island, or marine or naval base. I'm not quite sure, sorry. I just took one or two pictures there because I didn't know if we were supposed to be taking pictures inside of the base. But they had a lot of planes, they had a lot of equipment there, and I thought of my dad because he really likes military planes, especially American ones, so he would really love seeing this. But this secret beach is located there, and it's only accessible if you are part of the military, because you have to have a military ID to even go into the base. And you have to take many turns. It's really quite hard to get to. So you have to be pretty much part of the military to have the inside scoop on how to get to the secret beach. And from there, you will see it's a beautiful beach. So this is just another picture of the base. You can't really see anything there, but there's planes behind those bushes. And this is the secret beach. So after driving for like 10 minutes inside the base, you can reach the secret beach. And it's beautiful. Like it's very quaint. The water is very still, there's no waves, so it's perfect for little kids. Josh actually has Josh is James' brother. He has 5 kids, and a lot of them are little, so this was perfect for them. Very cool beach for little kids. And also, if you go a little bit deeper in the water, there's a part where you can stand up and still be in the water, so that was pretty cool. And here's another view of the beach. We stayed there for about an hour and a half. This was our first day that we got there on Sunday. And this is our family picture with them. Really cool stuff. They always go there apparently and enjoy the beach together as a family. So we were very happy to be with them. We spent the whole time with them in the west side of the island with them.
So in Hawaii, there is a really important person named King Kamehameha I. He was the first king of Hawaii, and I wanted to take a picture or a video of this sign that we saw on the road because it says Kamehameha. And if you remember from Dragon Ball, I'm an old school fan of Dragon Ball, there's the Kamehameha wave, or Kamehameha. And there's a lot of Hawaiian inspiration in Dragon Ball, and I really wanted to include this picture because I'm a big fan.
So then on Monday, James and I went together to Lanikai Beach, which is also on the east part of the island in Kailua. And oh wow, like you can see the walk to the beach is amazing. We were so impressed by how soft the beach was, the beach sand was, how blue the water was, and there's no waves there as well. So if you have little kids, that's perfect. And you can see my face. I was just shocked how beautiful it was. Also the view of the mountains behind us and everything. I was just loving it. And we had a great time. James was trying to take pictures with me, but he couldn't see because of the sun in his face. So as you can see, his beautiful faces that he made. You eating?
Mm-hmm.
You hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're gonna go and take you to the water with us. Let's go. Hi. So sorry about this, everybody. There's a wardrobe malfunction. I couldn't find my straps, so it's open right now, but nothing is showing, so you're all good. And Elvis supposedly liked to come here. This is not Elvis, this is James. I know, they're very similar, they look alike, but you know what I mean. And look, it's beautiful. This is my feetsies. And it's just gorgeous here, you know? James is gonna go all the way under. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go in. Hey! Hey, very good. How do you feel? Good job, love. So after the beach, we went to have poke in Kailua. Poke, for those of you who don't know, is actually a traditional Hawaiian food, and it comes from a long time ago, from pre-contact times. That ancient Hawaiians used to eat this on with seaweed and sea salt, and they still make it there. Of course, it's very different nowadays. I had poke in a place called the Hibachi, which is this little bodega, and they sell it by the pound, and it was $8 each of my sides. I had a salmon and a Hawaiian ahi style poke, and it just comes on top of rice. And it's very different than the ones I had in the mainland because it just comes with onions, spices, and the fish is so much more fresh and so much bigger than the ones we have in the mainland. So it was just really delicious, and when you come to Hawaii, I would recommend getting poke here, the birthplace of poke. Very, very good. And then on Tuesday, James and I went to the 21 Degrees Estate Cacao Farm. This cacao farm is also in Kailua, and it was a Christmas gift from James' cousin and his girlfriend to us, which was a great gift because we really enjoyed it. And this farm is actually run by 2 military veterans. One of them is a retired Navy officer and the other one Air Force. And here's a little bit more about how that came to be.
We came here, the jungle, turn around this view of the mountains, and it was like, oh my God, it's really scenic. That view did not exist because the jungle had consumed everything. And the driveway was essentially this tunnel of green. And we came here with the idea we're going to turn the jungle farm into the cacao farm. And I said, and we'll have bees. And why did I say that? Number one, because I was not a beekeeper, and I had no idea how much work and how much learning this is behind me. And now I've concluded this is, in fact, a lot of learning up front, but this is lifelong learning.
So they gave us a complete tour of the cacao farm and of the bees that they keep over there as well. They make all of their honey and their chocolate bars. They actually give to Hawaiian chocolate makers to make with their cacao plants. And it's all delicious. Apparently, you can also buy it online. So if you're interested, you can just go 21 Degrees Estate and look for their products there. I would highly recommend it. Their honey tasted really floral and citrusy, and then their chocolate also has very deep flavors. After this, after the tour of the farm, they also gave us a tasting moment where we were able to taste their honey and their chocolate, and that was really worth it. Like, it was an incredible experience. I highly recommend you go there, and it's $70 per person for this tour. And here I'm showing the cacao that they grow there. The name 21 degrees actually comes from the fact that they're in the 21 degrees latitude of the earth. So that's the most north that cacao can grow in the world. And that makes for a very fatty cacao, which makes the chocolate very smooth to eat. So, and then this is the tasting moment where they gave us 6 pieces of cacao to try, as well as we tried a little bit of the honey. And the lady that runs it with that guy is over there. She explained to us everything behind making it, and what it takes and the process. It's a very long process to make cacao and to make it into chocolate. And we tried all of these, and then afterwards you can see a little store that they have that we're going to show you after, that you can buy in the farm itself. And it's a very small little house, but people were lining up to get it because it was so good. The tasting is good because you just sit there and you really let the chocolate melt in your mouth, and you can feel all of the tastes and the smells and the different stages that the taste goes through, and it's really nice to do that. And here I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about which flavors they offered us. And from 1 through 6, from bottom up, it was the cacao nibs, which were not bitter, surprisingly. None of this was bitter. The lilikoi, which is passion fruit and milk, was the first one. Then rose, coffee, and cardamom. Then the autumn blend, which is the autumn cocoa plants. Then the winter blend, and then the blend of all seasons. So it's interesting because they do harvest the cacao in different seasons and it tastes different. So the autumn one was kind of caramelly and bourbony, and then the winter one that I said was kind of tart and tasted like cherry and blueberry. And the blend of all seasons was just super flavorful and tasted amazing. So highly recommended. All dark chocolate, but did not taste bitter at all. And this is the little store at the end, which we all lined up to get stuff. Then on a different day, we went to the Diamond Head Trail in Honolulu. This was on a crater that you could climb up to. The whole thing took us about an hour to go up and down, so it was pretty easy to go. We went with James' cousins, the oldest ones, and the view is just incredible. An incredible view of Honolulu. So I would really recommend going there. It used to be a military base, and now it's just a hiking place that's beautiful. And then after the hiking, we went to get Açaí at Island Vintage in Honolulu. It was pretty good. The kids had never had Açaí before, so they really enjoyed it. They said it tasted like a smoothie, and it really did. I'm from Brazil, so I'm used to very high quality Açaí, but this was pretty good. And apparently Hawaii was one of the first places to get Açaí outside of Brazil. So then on another day, we went with the little kids and Autumn to Waimea Valley. So this place was very close to Schofield Barracks in the west side of the island. And it's a wonderful place if you have a family because it has cultural activities, it has restaurants, gift shops, and the nature there is just beautiful. I'm gonna show you here the little map. So you basically go up a little hike. It's not too steep of an incline, and then you reach the peak where there you can see a waterfall, and then you can walk back. You can also take trolleys for $10 a person up and down, but we chose to walk. It was really not far. It was, I think, not even a full mile to go one way. So I would highly recommend walking. And by walking, you can also see the beautiful nature. So this is us with the kids. There's big, giant trees, beautiful flowers, creeks, bridges. You just get amazed by the nature. I thought it looked a lot like Pandora, and then I learned that Pandora from Avatar was actually inspired by Hawaii. And those are the kids. They actually got these necklaces and flowers from a vendor. She just loved the kids, so she just gave them these necklaces and flowers, and that was really sweet of her, and they really enjoyed it. We had to carry the kids up some of the times, but it was so worth it. I mean, look at this waterfall at the end of the trail. It was just beautiful. And everybody was swimming in the waterfall. As long as you wear a life jacket, you can go swim up to it. and nobody was dressed to go swimming because we didn't know it was gonna be that case. But we asked Autumn if we could bring the kids in, and she said, "Yeah, you can." So we brought the kids to the waterfall, and it was just beautiful. I mean, I would really recommend going here. You have to pay $25 for an adult and $15 for the kids, and you get a discount if you're a military or a Native Hawaiian. So yeah, it's just gorgeous. Highly recommend. And then after this beautiful Waimea Valley moment, we went to Queen Emma's Palace, Summer Palace in near Honolulu, and it was very nice. And then there, the groundskeeper actually recommended us to go to this Pali Lookout, which was a short drive from Emma's Summer Palace. And then I would highly recommend you go there because it's actually really beautiful view. You only have to pay for your parking there, and if you walk there, I think you don't have to pay anything. And I didn't film Queen Emma's Summer Palace because I didn't know if it would be respectful to do so or not. But this place I did film because the view was just incredible. The kids were amazed. You can see the whole side of the island from here. So enjoy the view over here, the panoramic view that I took a video of.
Oh, that's where we went yesterday.
Where?
The mountain in between those two mountains. If you look closely, there's a thing that goes up down.
There is, but I still don't think that's where, because that's not the whole thing.
And this is us just posing for the camera. This was one of the last things we did, and then we just kind of stayed with the family to spend time with them before we left. One last thing we saw here was a memorial to the Hawaiian warrior women. It was made in honor of the bravery, skill, and commitment of Hawaiian warrior women who fought and died in the Battle of Nuuanu in 1795. And their bones were actually stolen and removed and taken to Cambridge University in England. But then they were repatriated and reburied here in Oahu more than a century later. So this memorial was made to never forget and forever honor their courage. So I thought that was a really cool, sacred place to visit as well and honor Hawaii and everything that they stand for. So that's our Hawaii trip. Thank you so much for coming here and watching this video with us. We really appreciate it. Our next location we cannot say, but we will make a video of it and post it here as well. Thank you so much again, and have a lovely day. Thank you.